What is up, guys? Welcome back to Dan's Reviews, and today we're going to be doing another Walking Dead video. Now, this is going to be for the comic book series. Now, I did a Let's Chit Chat video earlier on today, so if you guys want to go ahead and check that out, I will link that in the description below. So, anyway, guys, this video is going to be talking about the Walking Dead comic book series. So, we got the cover for the Walking Dead issue 171, which is called Fear the Princess. We gave our thoughts on it, but now I am going to discuss who is this new group, who is this princess leader, all this kind of stuff. I want to make a whole video on it. We, of course, have a couple more hours before Fear the Walking Dead Season 3, Episode 5 comes on, so I hope you guys enjoy that. And if you guys didn't see, I have a new background for the videos. So, yeah, okay. For the people that didn't see the video from earlier. So, okay, now, this topic is really awesome because this one, I think, well, first of all, I will make a shout out that there were at least about a good 3 or 4 people that want to see this, this discussion topic, which is, what are these new characters allies? Like, what are these new characters? Who's this princess character? That's what we're going to be talking about here. So, okay, now, this is an interesting topic. A lot of people think that the character that's actually on the cover of the, the issue is actually not the princess that they are talking about. For me, personally, I think it is because I think they would naturally use that. I think it just makes sense. It'd be weird if they put, like, Rick on a cover. It's like the same, it's like you put Rick on a cover of Fear the Princess. Same thing, right? So, I think this character right here is the princess. Cool style, it kind of reminds me of the appearance of Michonne, because she had her own cover, first cover appearance or whatever, from the Walking Dead comic series. It was, issue 19, I believe, issue 18 or 19, where she shows up. It's the first issue of volume 4, I know that for a fact. And she shows up and all that kind of stuff, and she has this really weird 80s type of outfit. This is kind of similar. Now, when I see this, I'm like, the word fear the princess. Does that mean that she is a villain? It makes sense because it says fear the princess. Now, of course, could this be actually a new addition to the group? Could this be a good maybe couple dozen characters or something that are a addition to the group that we will see be part of the group eventually in the next couple of volumes type of deal, and we're going to explore maybe their community, if they have a community, if they have a camper, just something like that, right? And we see Michonne, Eugene, Magna, and some others that we see on the cover of 170, like heading to Ohio to go check out this group or whatever that has been contacting Eugene on the radio, which I do think might be the same group. Now, this could be different, though. It might not be the same group. It could be somebody else. It's possible that they were on their way to Ohio, and then we see on the way they run into maybe either villains or characters that could be an additional couple amount of characters. I don't know how many characters this group would have, but I do think the princess character is the character on the cover. I think that makes sense, because I don't understand why they wouldn't put the princess they're talking about on the cover. So, to me, it's the princess until we know anything else. I think that character is the princess they're talking about. Now, I would actually like seeing this character here be a villain, and I'll tell you why. Because I think that this would be a good kind of next villain after the Whispers. Because we don't really know when the Whispers are going to come back. They could come back in the next 10 issues, 20, 30, 40, 50. We don't know when they're actually going to come back. So, for that, I think we need to have a villain, a villain group, kind of in the meantime, that is actually going to be a ally, and that is going to actually be a villain to our group. I think that makes the most sense, and I think this is a group of villains, to be honest with you, because it says Fear the Princess. It's got the princess, most likely, 95% for sure, on the cover. That person is the princess. So to me, oh man, she doesn't seem as fearsome as someone like Negan. I don't get that. I get this vibe of, I feel like this group won't be around long. Like, it'll be like the Wolves, like in the Walking Dead television series in season 6, or like the Scavengers, or not Scavengers, but like the Hunters from the TV show, the Terminus and all that stuff, how they didn't last long. I see this group in that kind of light, and I'll tell you why. Because the Whispers will probably come back. There's no way that the Whispers will never come back. Morales 2.0. That's not going to happen. There is going to be the Whispers, there could be a second Whisper War coming in the near future. Maybe it's going to be a long time from now. We don't know. But I feel like this group is to tide us over for when Kirkman decides to bring back the Whispers. Because if this Whisper thing, because they left, right, a couple issues back, this reminds me of the Governor thing that we had in the Walking Dead television series at the end of Season 3. After the Season 3 finale, we don't see the Governor for like 6 episodes. And that's what I view, like, he takes off for a while. / the comic book series, the Whispers, they take off for a while. So this group, I see them as villains. Villains that stop along the way while Michonne, Magna, and Eugene, and some others are trying to get to the group that are, that are actually, that are actually nice people. On the way to Ohio, they're trying to get to to get to know this group that Eugene's been talking to. When they're on the way there, they get stopped by this leader called the Princess or whatever, with maybe some other characters. She's got to have at least a couple dozen characters, I would say, on her side. So then we could see our group versus, see a war. Not really a war, though. I don't see that because we just got out of the Whisper War, and because just think about this, there was a good period of time between the Walking Dead's All-Out War and the Walking Dead's Whisper War, because the Walking Dead All-Out War was we're just seeing that in the TV series now, because what's going on is that started, the All-Out War story from the comic book series started in issue 115. All the way to issue 126, I believe, was the issue. And, they spaced in between issue 126, and they spaced it out all the way, because the Whisper War started in issue 157. So that's quite a bit, that's quite a few issues, where there was no war at all. We were just meeting the Whispers, we were getting used to the new beginning, and all that kind of stuff. So what I'm saying is I think we're far away from a war. I think a war is probably only going to start between either this group or another Whisper War, like Whisper War Part 2. Probably around like the 200th, issue, like issue 200 or like 210 or somewhere around that time, because I don't see another war anytime soon. I really don't. I think we're going to see maybe a group versus group little mini battles, sure, fine, but I don't know where they're going with this. But for the Princess group, I think they're going to be a group that is going to cause trouble on the way to Ohio. I think that's it. If this is the group from Ohio that Eugene's actually talking to, and they turn out to be bad people, I mean, that's definitely a possibility too, but I think it's someone they meet along the way. And yeah, now of course Michonne had like the same outfit, the same style. She had her own first appearance cover, and she turned out to be one of the biggest characters on our side. But this is different, because did it say Fear Michonne on that issue? It didn't. It said, I forget what it said, but it did not say Fear Michonne. This one says Fear the Princess, so that's gotta be a villain of some kind, right? So anyway, guys, make sure to write your comments below about this new group. And will they have like a name? Will they have a their own name, like the Saviors, the Whispers, the Hunters? That was kind of their name. Now we've devolved into Hunters, right? If you guys remember that. So yeah, each group kind of has their own name. So I think this one will probably have its own name too. How long will they last? That's hard to tell. I can't really make a prediction on that, but I'm gonna guess they won't be. I think they'll be there for a little bit, but they're not gonna be like the Saviors where they take up like tons of issues. Like they're gonna be there for a long time. I don't see them lasting that long. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed Fear tonight. I'm gonna do that 1 hour left video. Hopefully, if I get the time. If not, I'm sorry, but yeah. So if you want to check out my video from earlier, make sure to check that out so you guys can see more details about the new background. And I'll see you guys really, really soon for another Fear video, which will be posted tomorrow. My review for Fear the Walking Dead Season 3, Episode 5. I will see you guys for that. Peace.